The Impaler is Heather Armstrong. What? Hey, what's up, my Beyond the Gates peeps? I hope everybody is been up to date with what's going on with the show this week. Yeah, apparently they have a tornado that that hit today's episode. But before I talk about that, I gotta talk about Heather. Um, Joey's long lost sister is the Impaler. I was like, what? Wow. And he was like, it's like as soon as she showed up, I was like, oh my gosh, she's the Impaler. But he was just trying to like, what? Why is the Impaler send you here? And I'm like, Joey, come on, you know she's the Impaler. I guess because it's a sister, he didn't feel like she would ever be do something like that. But I liked how she walked in with the cloak and everything. Well, I was right. I felt like the Impaler was still someone that Joey knew and was still quarter connected. I forgot exactly how I put it, but I talked about it in a couple of videos, so I have video proof this time. Okay, not like the proof for Whitmore. Yeah, and I was like, I just felt like she was part of the ring, but I didn't do a video to talk about that, so I didn't have the video proof. So I have the video proof now that I felt that the Impaler was close to Joey. Yeah, and we got Ashley Jones in the role, aka Dr. Bridget Forster. Um, yeah, I knew that she was coming to the show. I don't think I ever talked about it in the video, but I knew she was coming to the show. At first, I thought she was going to be Bridget, but then I was like, sounding like, no, it sounds like she was going to play another character. I didn't think that she was going to be Joey's sister. I don't know if they ever did an article talking about who she was going to play. If they did, I totally missed it. Yeah, I'm very behind on my news, casting news, spoilers, and everything. Because I didn't even know it was a tornado. I just saw the preview at the end of Friday's episode, and I was like, what in the world's going on here? And then I saw, um, I think it was like a video or something. I was talking about previewing the tornado that's gonna hit Faircrest. I'm like, tornado? I don't know, so that's what's gonna happen. So Beyond the Gates has their first natural disaster coming up. Well, it hit today. If you haven't watched today's episode, definitely go check that out. But I was like, that's funny because I was saying that it would have been really cool if the Impaler was a woman. Why does that have to be a man? It could be a woman, and sure enough, it's a woman. And she showed up at the banquet, um, the fundraiser banquet for Marty's um, campaign. So she showed up in her cloak, like trying to hide away, and Vanessa, Joey saw and told Vanessa, "I think Heather's here," and she's like, "Why would she be here?" And it's like she's like looking around trying to find out. And I'm like, "Girl, you ain't gonna see her." She's got her. Because, like, people wear stuff to, like, hide from other people so nobody knew who they are, where they come from. But I feel like when you wear something like that, you kind of more draw more attention to yourself. Is it just me? I don't know. But I wonder, would Joey actually take down his little baby sister? I'm assuming she's baby sister. I think I heard thunder. Wow, I didn't realize it just got more darker than it was before I sat down here. Yeah, it's supposed to rain. No tornadoes. Better be non tornado. That's one natural disaster I've not dealt with. I've dealt with hurricanes and tropical storms and other really crazy rainstorms, but not a tornado. So I'm interested in seeing what they're doing with that. But yeah. So Heather, so basically she's doing this to kind of. It sounded like she was just summing up what she said. To me, it sounded like she wanted to show up her dad and show like, hey, she was told not to be part of the business or she don't worry about being in the business and stuff. But then, here now she has this business and nobody, even knows where to look for her. It's like, yeah, so Joey's basically been in touch with the Impaler before, but I guess not directly to the Impaler, in between people's. I don't know. But Jacob did get something out of Ren. And so he went to go talk to Joey. So I thought that maybe I was like, no way, Ren wouldn't have like, put that out there that fast, for it to be for Jacob to find out that it's Heather. But he did ask Joey about that, and his daddy got all mad that he went to Joey. So Jacob's not gonna sleep until he finds out who the Impaler is because, of course, he feels guilty because, his friend Derek's dead because, He saved his life. Mm, man. So, wondering how long will this impaler be around, and will Heather, stop wearing her cloak and actually interact with everybody else in town? And how long before Vanessa figures out that she's the impaler? Because Joey said, because she's like, I thought you were supposed to meet with the impaler. And he said, yeah, it's very windy. Um, he said that he had to reschedule with the impaler because his sister showed up and that the impaler was, understandable about it. But Vanessa didn't put two and two together. I'm like, really, girl? I don't know. I guess because she still doesn't know that much about his sister. I guess maybe I don't know. But it sounds like a real big drama. It sounds like something that will build up into an even bigger explosion. Maybe. Maybe literally or maybe just figuratively. I don't know. But I'm interested to see where the storyline's going in. I do like Ashley Jones. I only got to see her for a short while on Beyond the Gates. Bull and the Beautiful, and it's very windy. And the wind got even bigger. Oh, let me stop. No, I just charged my phone before the electricity goes out. And yeah, and then I saw her on General Hospital. She was the doctor, the professor on General Hospital that was hooking up with Christina. So it's really good that she's on TV. I don't know why Bold and the Beautiful doesn't want to use her character. I don't know, but it's good to see her on TV. And I like how she's working with John Lindstorm. I can't remember if they interacted. I don't think they interacted when they were on General Hospital. I don't know. That was years ago. But I'm interested to see where the storyline is going, how everything's gonna come out, and what's gonna happen before it comes out. That's the good stuff. The build up. But hopefully Jacob stays strong and does. I don't think they would kill him. I don't know. We shall see. Hopefully Jacob doesn't die or nobody else dies unless it's the Impaler. I don't know. I wonder if Joey would take the blame for his sister if it seems like it was all gonna come out. I don't know. I think he's just will just do whatever he can to keep her out. Maybe even push her into Bill's direction for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, the whole tornado thing it's kind of offbeat with the Young and the Restless because Victor went over there and I thought that he would stay for the whole thing, but he came back at the end of Young and the Restless. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched Young and the Restless today. Yeah, Nikki walked up to oh lordy, who was it? I think it was Victoria, if I'm not mistaken. She walked up to Victoria and was talking about she was really worried about the tornado that hit, you know, and I'm like, that didn't happen on this episode yet. And then Victor pops up, and I'm like, it'd have been so cool if the scenes with Nikki and Victor, if that would have happened on tomorrow's episode, because then they spoiled that Jack and Diana were there, which doesn't make sense because the last thing I remember, unless I missed something, which is possible, because trying to watch soaps and work, and then I missed part of an episode, but I don't think Jack wasn't in that episode. But Jack was looking for Diane. That was like Diane just disappeared. Not only that, but they've been at odds for months because of Victor's little trick of drugging him and Patty on a boat. If you don't watch Young and Restless, it's yeah. So Diane, she knows that. I guess she figures she was drugged, but she's still pissed at him that he slept with Patty and he didn't fight the drug or whatever. It's really fucking stupid. But the last thing we saw, she had some nightmare and then disappeared. And so her and they haven't been on good terms. So her and Jack being there, it seemed really, huh? Yeah. So if you don't watch Young and the Restless, then you don't. It just doesn't bother you. And then Devon and Abby were there, which I still don't get either. Well, Devon has been on there before, but Abby hasn't, and Abby's not really tired, even though she's an Abbott and a Newman, she's not really connected a lot with her family. It's like sometimes it's hard to remember that she's a Newman. But anyways, if you don't watch Young and the Restless, then this all seems okay to you. But if you watch Young and the Restless, especially if you watch Young and the Restless before watching today's episode, you're like, what the hell? I don't know. I need to go back and look at reviews. I don't know. But anyways, that damn Anastasia trick getting on Ashley, just making her feel even worse about Derek's death. And I'm like, gosh, this bitch. And I was really hoping that Danny would make a scene, but I was like, I understand why she didn't confront Anastasia there. But of course, Leslie found a way in there anyways, even though Eva used her plus one to now think about it. I think that I wouldn't Isaiah be Eva's plus one, or Eva would be Isaiah's plus one. I'm confused. Well, I guess technically, since Marty is Eva's brother, not and Isaiah is just their cousin-in-law, so I guess the invitation would have made sense to go to Eva, and then Eva, you see it as okay, I got it now. I watched too many soap operas. Okay, give me a break. So Leslie was able to worm her way into the place. I'm like, oh lordy. And Kyle Abbott from Young and the Restless is like bringing champagne and stuff to Haley. Trying to, I was like, what is he trying to mingle and get stuff out of her or something? I'm like, oh lordy. Oh lordy. And Haley like seriously took her ring off and put it in her purse. I'm like, girl, Bill's not even dead yet and you already trying to find your next mark. But I wouldn't be mad if she went after Kyle. I don't like Kyle very much, but I just thought that was funny. Oh, by the way, Naomi. Okay, you brought Ashley to the place and then you just like abandoned her. I was like, yeah, where did she go? She should have been with Ashley the whole time. I don't know. But can we talk about Naomi? Oh my gosh, she had her hair straightened, a blow, a silk press, blowout, whatever you call it. It was just like, and then that dress, and I was like, damn, girl, it's like you just up. It's just like you're up in the game there for sure. Definitely best dressed there, looking gorgeous. But that's all I have to say about this for now. We'll see what's gonna happen with this tornado. But I remember from the previews, is that Cat is gonna have some blood on her hands. So I'm wondering whose blood is it? Hopefully nobody else dies. It's just them being hurt or whatever. But we shall see. But I wonder if somebody really like bleeds out, and what if it was like, what is it, A negative or something? That's rare, and then plasma has already been taken out because of the impaler. That would be some drama, I guess. I don't know. But I'm gonna shut up. Just me rambling on now. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Heather being the impaler. And what do you think about this tornado storyline so far? I know it just hit today, but yeah, still, you can still say something. And of course, I will be back to talk more about that. Um, Hopefully this weekend. Uh, uh, I'll have a family reunion to go to Wednesday. I forgot about that. In-law, father-in-law's family who I don't know much about them. Be quiet. I'm about to finish my video. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up because my dogs are barking. I love you guys.